Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market session. Friends, we had a weak closing for the global markets. US markets were down about 0.5% and European markets were also down anywhere from about 1% to 1.5% as some of the data points were weak and the major concern that the markets are facing is great risk of slowdown in China and that is actually having a lot of bearing in terms of sentiment for the Asian markets as well. Friends, yesterday was a very weak session for our markets. What is more important is that most of the indices have closed somewhere close to important support level. Let's say for example Nifty 5200 to about 5160, that range is a very important support. So what remains to be seen is that whether we are able to hold that and whether there is some kind of a stability. If we break that level, obviously it would actually mean that we might head for about couple of 100 points down. Also friends, Bank Nifty also closed below 10,000 after a long time, as we have seen the bond yields actually rising to about almost 8.6%, and people have concerns that it might really shoot up to almost 9% due to March ending considerations and the liquidity crunch that most of the corporates are facing at this point of time. So overall bias on the market continues to be a little weak. Today is a very important expiry for our markets. Let's start our discussion with Shaival from the F&O desk. Hi Shaival, we have seen a lot of weakness in our market for the past two sessions, and today being an important expiry, what is the rollover situation overall?
See, as rightly said by you, that due to domestic concerns, market have been facing selling pressure, and what we have seen is that the rollover for Nifty future is standing at 52% with an increase in the rollover cost, which has been indicating that the rollover has been taking on the rollover is taking position on the longer side for the April series.
Right, so it means that a lot of these FIIs who have a short position or the arbitrage players, they are actually not rolling over due to this taxation related issues. So that is actually increasing the cost of carry for the market.
Exactly. See, as you said that the concern is still persisting in the market regarding the tax. So that's been hesitating FIs to carry on the positions, and they've been building up a fresh positions in the next series looking at the market scenario. As you rightly said that all the indices are close to their important support levels.
Right, and what is the reading of the open interest built up, particularly somewhere around 5200 strike, and what is the outlook there?
Yeah, see, what we have seen is that the open interest, it's for the next series in 5200 call and put option is seen a good activity in open interest with a good amount of increase in the open interest. So what we feel as we have finally closed below 5200 levels. Now 5250, say 5250, 5300 would act as a resistance for the market, and we may face some selling pressure at higher levels in the market in coming days at these levels.
Right. And is there anything in terms of specific call or ideas that we have from the F&O desk for the expiry?
Yeah, so to trade for the expiry today, we have three stocks as a basket. The first one is we can trade in Reliance Communication put of 85 strike. And the yesterday's CMP is 1.30. As we are on the expiry day, we do not have stop loss, and we can eye a target of 2.50 and 5 in Reliance Communication. Next is Reliance Capital April future. We can go short on this. Yesterday's closing was 385 rupees. One can maintain a stop loss of 405 for target of 360 rupees and 340 rupees. Then is Tata Motors put option of 270 strike. One can buy that. The CMP is 2.40. One can maintain a stop loss of 1.50 and target of 7 and 9.
Right, Shaival, thanks a lot for that update. So those are the ideas, friends, from the F&O desk for expiry. Friends, now talking about the important news that have hit the market. First of all, Aurobindo Pharma has received the approval for one of the drugs. So this stock could remain in action. The stock was flat yesterday, so we might see about 2 to 3% kind of a pop there. ACC, we have the news that they are looking at investing almost 3,300 crore for increasing the capacity by 5 million tons, which would take the overall capacity to about 30 million tons. So ACC could be in action for today's market. Also friends, East India Hotel has finally announced a rights issue. We don't have the details about the ratio and the pricing, but in the past also we have seen that East India Hotel had come out with a rights issue at about 65. Currently the stock is quoting at about 85. So we'll have to see at what price they are doing this. It's not a big amount that they are looking at. It's about 110 odd crore. Also friends, State Bank of India finally is going to get the funds from the government to the tune of about 7,900 crore. We've seen this happening across many banks, IDBI, Dena Bank, and few other PSU banks. So we think that definitely in terms of capital base, this is good news. But the overall sentiment for the banking sector remains weak because of the tight liquidity and the bonds yields going up. So this is something that may not have immediate reaction, but overall from a medium to long term perspective, these are important good steps. That's it from that was as far as the news were concerned, friends. In terms of the conclusion, we feel that the overall opening could be weak, as is suggested by the SGX Nifty, about 50 points cut on the Nifty. And due to weaker Asian markets, we think that the buyers in the morning will remain weak. But what we have to see is that whether the market is able to sustain below 5200 strike of Nifty. Also friends, Bank Nifty has actually broken 10,000 levels, which was very important, and that will make us very close to 200 days moving average also. So if we continuously trade below these levels, then it opens up a fresh selling in the market, and we could see a very fast weakness. So this is something that we will be watching out for. We have shared with you the important ideas and the levels. So that's it from all of us, friends. See you tomorrow same time. Have a nice expiry day.